Okay. A little bit of a different video today. We'll be playing air combat, and we'll be trying to beat a game by only using the basic aircraft we get, the F4. Now, the F4 is not a great aircraft by any means. So, one shot or one hit of flying into a building and we lose the challenge. Especially early on, we have to be careful because we don't get a backup F4 in the shop until the fourth or fifth mission is beaten. So the first mission is really easy because you spawn right after the enemies you're supposed to kill, or right behind. So all we need to do is fire a few missiles at them and then go to the next targets. Now we want to slow down here so we get enough time to fire missiles at these guys. And from experience I know 3 hits will kill these planes, so we don't do more than them. The other interesting thing in this game is that you can only fire 2 missiles at a time, you can't have more. So you need to wait until your missiles hit before you're allowed to shoot more. And there we go, that's the first mission done. Now the first 3 missions are sort of a warm-up for what's to come in the game. And then they get more difficult from there on out. Now, most of the missions aren't particularly difficult if you know what you're doing and you can handle the aircraft well, but some of them are fairly annoying. There's one where the terrain is a real pain in the ass, so I hope we'll do that one well. I also hope that that was a misclick. I also hope that some of the what's the word I'm looking for? I hope that some of the installations, the missile defenses, don't fuck us over, because sometimes they like to do this. Okay, so we have another B-52 to deal with. We know 3 attacks. We'll have to deal 1 more here, so we'll have to turn around. We'll just have to select him as a target again, fire 1 more missile, and he's gone. We have a few more planes to deal with. I'll basically be letting these guys fly by. Go for the last one and then we'll turn around. That's the easiest way to deal with these. These have a set flight pattern. They don't really try to evade you yet. The definitely is more of an issue in later missions. Oh, does that one take more hits? Hello, good sir? Fire a few more just for good measure. And then speed up so we don't get the AI fleet behind our butts. Now we'll deal with this one. That should be dead. It's not, so it's the other one we hit. Okay. And we just need to deal with this one and this mission is done. That's another training mission done. In the next one we'll have to deal with some fighters, which is a little more annoying because they do try to go for you. They don't try very hard, but they do try to give you a hard time in the next mission. And the fourth mission and the fifth mission are missions where we just have to fire rockets at a building, which is easy because buildings don't really fire back. They have some defenses, but in those missions the game still is fairly nice to you. Now I could also do this challenge in hard mode. The only difference in hard mode is one shot will kill us, which is the same as here, and things take longer to kill. So what we want to do here is just fly straight ahead for now. Give everything a little love tap, and then we'll turn around and deal with them. Now this mission can take long or can be short. It really just depends on how much the AI cooperates. Sometimes they're nice and just die for you, and other times they try to fuck you over by trying to avoid you. Oops, we got some hits there. We want to take as little hits as possible. So if the game could be a nice boy here and just let me destroy these. Nope. Still no luck.
Enemy in sight. Up ahead. On our left. Bogey on our 6. Take off.
Nope, they're not targets I can go for. They're too far away.
Up ahead. Fire. Shoot it down. Bogey on our 6.
Oh, come on. Just don't turn. There we go. That's one down.
Enemy in sight.
Just a few more.
Bogey on our 6.
He's turning. If I can get behind him, I am behind him. Nice. Very good. It's one more down.
On our left. Enemy in sight.
Now, we can get this one.
Enemy locked on target. Fire. Shoot it down. Enemy locked on us. Missile approaching. Dive. Take off.
Ooh, we barely dodged that missile. Now we need to turn and get on his tail. If that missile hit us, we would be dead. Just straight up lose this whole run. Well, challenge run. It's not a speed run, but challenge.
Up ahead. Fire. Shoot it down. Jesus, miss.
Come on.
Jesus, miss.
Just a little more.
Stay with it.
There we go. He's flying straight.
Don't hit. Oh.
And now we need to chase the guys who were all the way over yonder. Now, starting from the next mission, we'll be able to hire some support, and I am going to. Just to get some of the AI off my ass. Because the game doesn't try to help you. Okay, we killed one of the bombers. Now we're going to deal with the second one quickly before turning around and dealing with the last two fighters. There we go.
Mission accomplished.
In the speedrun, this goes quite a bit quicker. Significantly quicker even, because we kill everything in 2 shots, basically. Like, even the bigger planes. But this is a fairly fun way to play this game. It's also a lot more difficult because your plane can't take much at all. Okay, we'll launch with support. We'll take the most expensive guy we can take. I shouldn't... If I do it, I shouldn't do it in this mission. Because I really don't need the help. We'll be fast enough.
Ready?
The sad thing is that guy's plane is better than ours. And he's going to accomplish much less than us.
Enemy in sight.
So we
Enemy
have to
target
destroy
located.
4 buildings in this mission, this being one of them.
Enemy locked on target.
It's 1, 2, and then we just go up.
Bogey on our 6.
Go up here because the missile defense systems here, they fire at you if you're in range, and they will fuck you over. They will absolutely destroy you.
Bogey on our tail. Enemy in sight. Up ahead.
We're trying to prevent that by flying a little higher. We don't really have to care about the planes because the planes will be a non-issue. We need to angle ourselves correctly here, otherwise we will not be able to hit both targets.
Enemy locked on target. Bogey on our 6.
Okay, and we've got them both.
Bogey on our tail.
Mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished.
That was easy. More like those. Now, the next one we'll have to deal with a few buildings on 3 islands. We'll go through them in the speedrun order. Because that's the way I know how to do it fastest. And I also think that after this mission we can pick up an additional F4 if we need it. I'm gonna check. Okay, I'm gonna buy this one just in case we lose one. We'll launch with support. It's fine. Take one of our F4s now. In the next mission after this one, we have to deal with 3 stealth bombers, 2 normal bombers, and 4 ground installations. And that's the one where it's very possible that we lose a plane, which is why I bought an extra one here. Now, if I was speedrunning with the right plane, I wouldn't even bother buying extra planes, because we just don't need to. Okay, we want to pull up, make sure we don't get hit by the installations. Deviate from the path here a little, so we're lined up better to kill both installations in one go. And then we go like so. Slow down just a little bit. Now you can fly through this, but you have to be careful that you don't clip with a wing through something, because the game will just obliterate this specific aircraft. There are some others that can take a hit from the ground. But this is not one of them.
Enemy targets located.
So you do have to be careful here.
On our right. Bogey on our tail.
Okay, that went well. Now here is where it might get troublesome.
Caution. Low
Enemy locked
altitude.
on target.
Caution.
Too low. Fine.
Low altitude.
Bingo.
We'll have to take another stab at this, because I didn't take the...
Low altitude.
Bogey on our 6.
Didn't go in at the right angle, so I couldn't destroy every building
Enemy in sight.
from the get-go.
Enemy target.
So now we just have to delete that one, and we're done here.
Mission accomplished.
Just make sure to hydrate yourself. Okay, let's have a good next mission, and then there's another mission after that. That is fairly difficult. And then the boss fight should be fairly okay. We could be in trouble there and lose a plane, but it's not too bad. Now, mission 8, that's what I'm worried about. We're going with Sally, because he costs so much, so he has to be the best guy we can get, right? The best guy money can buy.
Ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
Break now.
Let's break. Woo!
Ahead. Enemy locked on target. Fire. Bingo.
Okay.
Bogey on our 6.
Now we turn.
On our right.
We just have to tab this one.
Up ahead.
I'll throw 2 missiles at it,
Down.
just to be sure.
East. Coast. Up ahead.
Then the other one will still have to fire 4 missiles at.
Enemy locked on target. Fire. Shoot it down. Great shot.
This should be fine. We hit him. Now the stealth bombers, you actually don't see them very well. They did a very good job on making them stealthy. We want to get behind them a little bit.
Enemy locked on target. Fire. Bogey on our 6.
I'm trying to get...
Up ahead.
I don't really need to get rid of
Great shot.
the fighters.
Take off.
But if I get
Fire.
an angle on them, I will always try to fire at them.
Ahead.
How did those missiles miss? How did those missiles miss?
East. Coast. Bogey on our tail. Enemy locked on target. Fire. Shoot it
Okay.
down. Up ahead.
There is a bogey on our tail. The game does tell you that.
Up ahead.
Okay.
Bogey on our tail.
Now we need to turn and get ready for the most difficult part of this mission, which is... Oof. I hate it even in the speed run,
Take off.
because it just ruins a run quite often.
Up ahead.
And it's this bit here. There are 4 installations total that we have to kill, and the game has to be nice and let me target them.
Low altitude.
Enemy locked on target.
Low altitude.
Too low.
Caution. Low altitude.
But we should have them.
Bogey on our 6. Altitude too low. Flying.
Like, even there, if you kill them and the game and you crash into a wall, the game is sometimes like, oh no, you failed the mission even though you completed the objectives. So I'm happy we didn't lose a plane here. If we don't lose a plane in the next mission, I will be extremely happy. Because then we get to go to the boss fight with 2 F4s in our bank, and if we lose one, we can always try another time. Guess you haven't seen the boss fight. It's a fairly good one. We'll launch with support again. We'll launch with Sally. Sally is going to do his job. He's just going to guard my tail. Now this mission, it's also likely we lose an F4. Or it's possible we'll lose one. I'm going to try my best to avoid that. By doing some safe strats, which we don't use in speedrun whatsoever. Ooh, hello? That does not happen often. But yeah, we want to be high enough so the installations don't fire at us. And at the end of the mission we will want to destroy one of the installations for sure. I moved out of the way so he didn't hit me. It's the ground targets that are the most annoying in this mission because they do fire missiles at you. I want to target the bridge here and go slower. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. I want to turn here because there is a ground installation that tries to mess you up, and it's that one. I'm gonna kill that first. Now I'm turning. I'm also hoping the bogeys on my tail leave me alone for a while. And there we go, that should be it. There we go. Thank God we didn't lose a plane here. I do think they did a fairly good job at making everything look pretty okay with the graphics at the time. We took a little bit of damage here, but hey, we did our best. I do think it would be interesting to try to do a no damage run for this game, because it'll be hard. You can't take any little hit everywhere. Now, this mission is basically a side scroller. So yeah, sit back, relax, and sip a cup of tea.
Ready?
Because we can't increase our speed here, we just have to delete a few planes.
Enemy target located. Enemy in sight.
We have to deal with the whatever those things are called. The raw
Enemy locked on target.
something something.
Blew him away.
And besides that, we get to enjoy the beautiful scenery of a canyon. And we have to avoid the walls in the ground.
Enemy in sight. Fire, shoot it down. Blew him. Enemy target
I know they're
located.
choppers,
Up ahead.
but I don't know what kind they are. Don't really get a close-up
Enemy
of
in
them.
sight.
I always destroy them too.
Enemy locked on target. Fire,
Technically, you don't really need to. You can also see that the walls are clipping. So this is definitely not a mission they put a lot of effort into.
target. Fire, shoot it down. Jesus, missed. Bogey on our tails.
We missed the enemy there, which is quite unfortunate. But again, they're not an issue here.
Enemy locked on target. Fire.
This mission is really just
Enemy
filler.
target located.
Now we just have to get through this maze-like thing.
I'm losing him.
Make sure we don't hit any walls. I know I can change the view But I like this view, flying in this view, so that's what I'm gonna do. And there we go. We made the end of the game.
Mission accomplished.
Pretty good. We're not that much slower than the speedrun even. Which is surprising, although some missions there's not much time differential. Because a lot of things are a one-shot. Now the boss fight will be interesting. I'm not sure how many shots I need for stuff. So there's a very high possibility we'll get hit. I'm going to just take Hall, which is very expensive, but he might be worth it just for the distraction.
Ready? Break now.
Yeah, let's see what we have here.
Enemy in sight. Enemy
Okay.
target located.
We have 4 targets to deal with.
Alert, body damage. Alert,
We already took a lot of damage there.
body damage. Alert, body damage. Alert, body damage.
So let's hope we don't take too much more.
On our left. Bogey on our tail.
It's also not letting me target the engines very well.
Enemy locked on target.
Caution.
Jesus, miss. Bingo! Yahoo!
Caution.
Shot.
Caution.
Bingo! Yahoo!
Caution.
Enemy locked on target.
They're not locking onto me very well, which is nice. So once we hit these, we should be done.
Jesus, miss. Bingo! Yahoo!
Oh, and there's one more target actually.
Alert, body damage.
Let
Alert,
me
body damage.
quickly go away here.
Alert,
Then we can
body
turn
damage.
around and get it.
Alert, body damage.
And as long as we can live through this, we'll have beat the game. With just an F4.
Enemy in sight.
Where is it? I need to be able to target it, which... Okay, there we go.
Enemy locked on target.
Caution.
Great shot.
Caution.
Enemy locked on target. Great shot.
Go.
Bingo! Yahoo!
Should be it. Still not?
Caution.
Apparently we need a few extra shots here.
Enemy target located.
Does it regenerate or not? I'm not sure why we still need to fire at it now.
Enemy locked on target.
Caution.
Bingo! Yahoo!
Caution.
Okay.
Enemy in sight.
Die already. Oh, that's the target for sure now.
Caution.
Enemy locked on target.
Caution.
Bingo! Yahoo!
Okay, there we go. We finally got it. And that's the end of the game. So we were able to beat the game pretty easily with an F4 on the normal difficulty. And I hope you enjoyed this. It's definitely not too easy of a feat. But yeah, I'm looking forward to try this on hard mode. So if you want to see that, do give me a like, thumbs up the video, leave a comment. Yeah. So I'll see you in the next one if you like this. But before we finish the video, I'll leave you with this music. Because the music in this game is top notch.